Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? Let's see. There we are. Okay, so let's kind of recap, because I know I just kind of threw this together yesterday. And let's just kind of finish up what we were doing. I got a little speckle up here. And then I got one right behind. So we'll have to deal with the sun for another maybe 15-20 minutes, and it'll move out. I hope everyone's doing well on this Friday. How's the mic? Test. Seems a little quiet, but let me know if I need to turn it up any. Settings. They changed it. Advanced properties. Okay, I already have that moved up. Channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we go. There, those dots. And let's let everybody know that I'm at everyone on live. Come and hang out. Is hang out one word? Hangout is one word. All right, so this is where it's interesting. Not that. No, yeah. Programming and just going through this and getting these ideas out of your head. What was I doing? Oh, this if, yeah. So you're gonna have these examples like this, where you're gonna have this one basic, oh, well, what happens if this happens? So I'm the huge fan of keep everything the way it is. Don't try to oversolve this. So if this is the one condition that works, so write your if, and sometimes if you need to do, because I highly recommend having this always in your if. The reason why I say that is because it's just the way that my brain is wired. Because then if it's an opposite, then you have to use a not. So that's because if it's really the opposite, then if this condition, then it'd be under the else. And then you have, it just gets, to me, that's a basic where you have some confusion just waiting in the wings to throw you off. If you're a person who's similar to me, which you're here, so I would typically say that you're probably, hey Jan, how are you? You're typically here because we are similar. So let's go ahead and look at the second advent. So we got our gold star. So now we need to solve the second part. All right. So we need to go ahead and, hey Peaky, how are you? I almost completely forgot about the Breaking Bad reference. So thank you for remembering. Hope you're doing well, Peaky. All right. I'm hanging in there. Almost like I was like, wait a minute, HBU. I was like, because my daughter texts a lot of short. Well, she sent me one yesterday, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I know I've probably seen this one, but it was like just to let you know or something like that. So I'm hanging in there, doing all right. All right. So let's see what this engineer, what we're doing. So why is this one safe without removing any levels, unsafe regarding which level is removed? All right, so what are the rules? Problem dampener is a reactor-mounted module that lets the reactor safety system tolerate a single bad move, in what would otherwise be a safe report. It's like a bad level never happened. All right, let's see. I'm doing great. Starting Flask. Want to learn. It's so I can feel. Wait a minute. I finally started, and it feels finally easy. Oh, cool. Hey, that's awesome. And it's just, that's the thing that everybody wants to be impatient about. And they're like, why can't I get it? Why can't I get it? Well, then that just means you haven't done it enough. And I know that sounds, but you're like, but when will I get it? Well, I don't know. You will get it. It just is going to take you this amount of time. And I don't know what that is. So, but it's like, actually was having that discussion last night at class, and it's like whenever somebody's light bulb goes off and it's like, oh, okay, there's a saying in coding, if it starts feeling easy. I like that. Yeah. And also, if you're comfortable while you're doing whatever, that means you're not really learning anything too. So if it's not going the way that you think it is, that's kind of good. It's when you settle in, you're like, oh, I feel really good right now, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's kind of dangerous. You're either getting stagnant and everything else is growing around you, or you've stopped growing, one of the two. But if you're kind of have this uneasy feeling most of the time, that's about the only reason why I know that I am moving in the right direction, because I feel uneasy every day. Because, the LinkedIn videos, I finally started. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I'm doing a little slideshow deck. Yeah, Jan, here. I don't know if you've seen any of this, but here was the first little video. Then here was the second little video. It was these three slides. And then next video, I'll slide it down here. That's my marker. Actually, I think I'm going to change this, and we're actually going to do some programming. So let me duplicate this and put this there. And I'm going to change this to Python. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. All right. When you know about new concepts or something library, it first feels hard, and then it feels hard, but it feels like it's going after some time. Pushing yourself to do it feels. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's actually a piece in your brain, and you get, it's I'm not even going to try to remember, but when you start doing things that are uncomfortable, that part of your brain actually enlarges, and it goes, oh, okay, we're uncomfortable, we're going to get through this. We're uncomfortable, we're going to get through this. We're going to keep moving. And you don't build up a tolerance to it. Your brain actually overcomes that fear. Like, it literally just grows into it. So just keep that in mind, is that it's just repetitions, and there's no way around it. All right, so let's revisit this. It's a bad level, never happened. So what does that mean? Okay, because that was safe in the first place. Unsafe regardless of which level. What is our tolerant a single bad level? Unsafe regardless. Safe by removing 3. Oh, that's okay. This is, well, rules apply. Removing a single level from an unsafe report would make it safe. So, all right. Oh, this is going to take all day for me. All right. So this is unsafe because it's too big of a gap. Now, if we remove this change in direction, these are all increasing. If we remove this, because this was a non-change, and it has to be a constant change, or what is it? Well, because I'm old. That you end up just figuring these things out about psychology and personalities and human nature, and then if you couple that with outside forces, because here, I want you to think about this, kind of like engineering. The original engineers were farmers, right? Because they had to learn stuff. Well, then the farmers all went to a university and then said, hey, we got a place that we can teach you how to fix stuff and build stuff. Okay, cool. And then it just spawned out from there. Well, then we started watching human beings, and people started writing it down. And they're like, hey, if a person goes through this is probably what's going to happen to them. So people just kind of fit into buckets, and you have some sort of variations of it. But human nature is human nature. It cracks me up. As much as we grow and change and learn and get smarter and develop, so many things about human nature are still the same. The stories that my dad would tell about his sisters back in the 30s when they were growing up, 30s and 40s of last century, it's the same stories now. So many things have changed, and so many things are still the same. Yeah, okay. All right. That's funny. That's funny, Peaky. All right. So, too big of a gap. We cannot, and we can remove one. So let's see if we can design this. So now we have basically one fix. Fix equals 0. So the reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to now check and see if the fix is in. So if a fix happens and it becomes tolerant, so we need to, so too big of an increase will not change. All right. So let me try to think out loud and see if I can do this while we're here. So, all right. So what is my tolerance? My tolerance is, so I need another LF. So my bucket of else is not going to work. So an out of compliance. All right. LF. What would it be? What would it be? What would it be? So let's kind of go through what the scenarios are. So if they are the same, oh, that's fine. Suplex. I haven't heard that, Tom. We grow so fast. We don't want to talk too much about. That's funny. Yeah, I have. I have a few more years for that. At the end of the month, I'll be 48. So I have a few more years to get to 50, but it's coming fast. It's coming really fast. The song also reminds me soon be 60. Okay. Let's use how about we, Peaky, do me a favor, delete that, and do it with an asterisk at like the I. Okay, please go ahead and delete that for me, and then just put it back, but spell it with an asterisk. Okay, can you do that for me? All right. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to stay clear of having any issues with that. But you can go ahead and type it in there, but just have the asterisks. Do the I and the A, and I'll be good. Because we're saying it without saying it. All right. Yeah, I remember there was one time I was in my son's class, and we were reading reading an old book, and I came in, and that word was in there. And I was like, whoa. And she's like, that's in the book. That's blah, 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 blah. She goes, you don't have to read it. Yeah, exactly true. So even quoting songs and things. So I thank you for being for doing that. All right. So we get to count it, but if here, this it's on the 8. That why am I using double quotes? It's on the 8 key. Bingo. There we go. Oh, I like Jan. That's even better. All right. So let's think about this. So this is failing. Or would it would not be down here. Out of compliance. We would just elif. All right, let's bingo. Okay. Yeah, but still at least put it as the song. Don't just do that. Because now it looks just as bad. Now we're just saying that word out of nowhere. At least try to have it in context. But we still don't want to use that. We want to spell it the other way, this way, and we want to quote a song. So, but at least it's not out there all the way. At least you don't have it got it the blank. That's funny. There we go. Okay. Now that's funny. Yep, there we go. Appreciate that. That is very that will work. All right, so I've got to decide how I want to create this and how I want to build this. Am I going to go? Because basically, if it's an else, all right, if it's out of compliance, so we have to check this at the end of all the buckets. Yeah, we want to quote a song, absolutely. Okay, cool. Who did that song? Because I mean, because I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, who sings that song? Okay. All right, so I'd be out of compliance if they're not equal. All right. Because the way that we design this is it's looking backwards. if. Okay, so is it here? All right. If fix equals 0, yeah, there's yeah, Jan. Over here in the U.S., we got here. Let me see. Lucas Graham. Well, no, that's not in that song. I thought it was like going to be like a 50 Cent song. Gonna be 60 years old. Yeah, no. I thought it was gonna be a Snoop Dogg song, because all those guys are almost 60. Because you added that part. Okay, soon to be 60 years old. No, that's not in that song. I thought it was another song. Okay. Yeah, you definitely ad-libbed that. So, but all right, we got that. We got that out. So yeah, let's not. So all right, let's keep moving. So if this is. So we would get the jump. Yeah, okay. Let's if we definitely don't need to add that. If we're gonna okay. Yeah, got it. No need to add that context. So because that gives me wildly open for misinterpretation. Even though we're not going to get into that. Even no. Okay. The internet would I don't know. I don't think I'm a big enough deal, but I don't need that out there while I'm trying to get a job and I say something like that on a live stream. All right. So we don't do anything. Hang on. Pass. I don't feel like this is right, but we're gonna try this. Oh. Then we need to increment by 1. All right. What else we got? All right. Appreciate it, guys. All right. Okay. So we're going to omit. I'm trying to visualize this. I think this will work. Oh, no. That's not it. So, all right, let's go back. So let me tell you why that is too big of a net. This is too big of a net. So This else, this is where you have to watch else's, because the else is the big, huge bucket that is going to catch everything. So right there, it needs to be an elif, a very, very specific elif, because I was going to change that if it was out of range. So, all right. So it needs to be, if it's still in, if it's basically a change direction, right, because if it's a change direction and out of compliance, so out, change the direction or big, okay. So basically, if it's a change or an out of compliance, no, wrong. A change in direction. Okay. Or a unchanged. Okay. Let's do that one first. And all the while, if fix is 0. Because if we fix it one time, then it would just fall back under. All right. Let's do this. elif fix equals 0. All right. Okay, I feel comfortable about that because it'll only hit this elif. So here, if you do not have a lot of experience with elifs, so this is going to be catching and this. Yes. And if we go to 0 too. And paste. Let's get this to 0. All right, what we got? Hey, I remember one stream I was telling something. So in Python, can you search for both words and individual letters in strings so that these are two separate probes with same looking solution? Peaky, are you on Discord? Give me a better demonstration of what that is. Like type out exactly what we would want. I think I know what you're saying, but there's a lot of room for interpretation on that. So jump over to Discord and give me an exact. But the thing is, two problems are different, not same word. I mean, it really all depends because, I mean, we're down here in the root. I mean, when you're talking about a string and a substring, you can do a lot of different stuff with it. And especially now, regex is not my area, but you could do. I mean, all you do is just hit the same string twice. But give me a better example of this. So if fix. If fix is equal to 0, and this would be better. All right, Peaky just sent something. Let me see if I can look at it real fast. Text, hello. I don't know why I can't spell continue. Oh, and we also want to make fix increment 1. All right, let's try this. All right, let's see. This is what Peaky, if you're not on Discord, this is what Peaky sent. All right, text, hello, welcome to the world. I like that. Word welcome. If welcome in text, print word found. Else word not right. Okay, so there we go. All right. Then simple example. I don't have simple yet. Come here. Let's comment this out. Comment that out. So I mean the two problems are different, but concept is the same. We're searching for strings or letter in another string. So you want to know, could you do this at the same time? Is that what the question was? You wanted to be able to... Sorry. I stupidly was laying my foot flat, and I moved my ankle up. No, I have my ankle sideways. It feels comfortable until you have to move it. So there we are. So we have letter. So would you want to do, well, first thing that comes to mind is you would pass in 3 arguments. One, your total string. Then the second argument, a word you want to look for. And then the third argument, a letter you want to look for. So let me show you what I kind of have in mind. So it'd be like def, search, string, letter, word. Something like that. I would, if you wanted to look for, and then you could just do, and then you could handle this however you wanted to. Does that help? Is that kind of what you're thinking? But any algorithm that looks... Vinky, how are you doing? Glad to have you. All right. Yeah, an algorithm that looks for the word or the letter too, but if it's a whole word, then it will return the whole word, not parts. Well, it depends on, you could design it to do anything you wanted to. And when you work with strings, the spaces inside the strings we want to ignore. Got it. So then if you want to do that and you want to make sure that you want to do that and you want to ignore the spaces, text.split, do something like this, where then you just remove all the options of this. So it really just depends on what you really want to do, but at any point you could take and chop up anything you wanted to. So all right, just be thinking about that more. All right, so here we are. Hey Venki, so we are working. I'm doing all right today. Hope you're doing well. I know it's later here than normal, so I know it's late there. Yeah, if you want to go back, absolutely. Because then you have more control over the list. You can move through it. You can use double pointers and regex. And Venki is a regex expert, I'd like to say. Well, Venki is a programming expert, heavily math leaning. All right, so now let's run this test. So let's see where we are. So basically, I'm not doing anything. I'm Okay, let's try this. Okay. So we should get, if we do our list, let's turn this off. So we should get, how many? 4 instead of 2. Let's block all this out. We got 3. So here we are. I believe this should be safe. Safe, unsafe, unsafe. This one's safe. 3rd row. No. 5th row. Decrease, decrease, decrease. Out of compliance. It's out of compliance because the difference Okay, I'm going through. I'm trying to follow the steps of where it would go. Hang on, do we have more Discord? Okay, I already saw that. Don't know why it did not clear when I clicked on it. I need to reset this every time we start a new list. Cut. And this goes here. There we go. Okay, that's too many. Because it's supposed to be 4. All right. Because both of these two should be, I should have an out of compliance here, and I should have an out of compliance here. All right, let's go back. So I'm working, it works on the change direction. The 4th one. That's a little unnerving. One, two, three. Decrease, decrease. I'm getting rid of one of them. Increase, getting rid of it. but I should have increase. So is my problem? Interesting. All right. I think my stuff in the freezer is ready. May need to think about this for a minute. So, all right. Let's change this to Python. Python.org. Python programming. Images. I think this is about right. Copy. There we go, that's center. Okay. I'm just going to kind of do some brainstorming here because my brain's fried today. And I got to sit on this for a minute. So I'm going to work on this, these slides for a second, and then we'll go back. All right. When you guys were learning, because it's farther away from me, where to start with Python. Oh, I thought I saw something change. Int. I don't want that capitalized. Int, float, and strings. Okay. Loops. Whoa. Loops. Yeah, because I guess I was because it's kind of like my color on. It's the color I use for my Python. Took me a minute to get it in there, so I guess I like it. Yeah. And here we go. Come on. Yeah. That's the color of my snake. So I've just reused it. All right. So that's actually where that comes from. It's the card my son came up with. And I've just kind of stuck with it. Yeah, he designed this whole layout with the little snake. He built that drew it. And then we dropped it in here. He added all the ones and zeros. I thought it was a great idea. And then my other son built the intro of of the channel. So yeah, I've had a lot of help making all this. So that's where that's the rhyme or reason. I could go back and look at old slides, but ints, floats, strings, loops, loops, and arithmetic. Yeah, he built that from scratch. Yeah, because he had a lot of practice because he did some animation, or he did some characters for a friend of his who was building a video game. So yeah, he literally would go in and do square by square. And then if it was colored in, he would just color it in. But yeah, every single one of those was he dot, because I remember the one they built a unicorn game, and he built the characters for all that. The unicorn, he said, took the most. All right, and arithmetic. I feel like there may be 4. Oh, then lists, dictionaries, lists, dictionaries, and tuples. Yeah, he likes to, he can draw too. He's actually doing 3D design and 3D printing. What am I missing? Lists, dictionaries, and tuples? Why can't I override that? And tuples. There we go. All right, you got to go, Peaky. Oh, I got some more. Forest or emerald green might be another option to look good. But yeah, it's your son's design, kind of emerald. Yeah. So just, I don't know. There's an acquaintance of mine. Everything that she does, she links it between her color. She has it go between her LinkedIn stuff and her YouTube channel. So I guess if I just want to be consistent across the way. Ints, floats, strings. Ints, integers. I gotta be consistent. Loops. For loops and while. Yeah, okay. Okay. That'd be about, I could talk for that about 90 seconds. I try not to get these JavaScript. I really like the snake from day one. Ooh, it was that. Oh, so since the first day you saw the snake, you've liked it? No, I don't know ARM. I don't know much JavaScript. I stay away from I stay away from it. Let's see how the coloring is. That's not bad. All right, I may record here in a minute. And then everybody here can give me some feedback. Wait a minute, do I already have today's video? I'm laying my foot down sideways again. I think why incremental development is so important. Oh, I don't have mine. You guys could hear that. I'm You guys could hear that, right? Hi, everybody. This is Sam with Yep, I didn't have my speaker on. So, all right. So I have, let's go back. Why incremental development is so important. Okay. I got today's video. And if I... Hi, I'm Sam. So we want to get where to start learning. Where to start learning with Python. Where to start learning with Python. Where to start learning with Python. Boom, boom. And that's it. All right. Okay. Yeah, I have it where I can go back and forth and change screens because I have to take this over here and it just, I don't know. I change screens when I do this because I drop this over here and then I bring OBS over here and I change. And then I start the slideshow. And it looks like this. How does that look? And I would actually, I'd turn this off for a second. Okay. All right. Where to start learning with Python. Boom. And then some other objects that you're going to get to know. And follow for more. Okay. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. Let's bring this back over here and jump back here. All right. Now let's see if anything is settled with this. Let's go back. And let's go back to chat. All right. Let's see. Gotta go. Be nice, everybody. And hope happy holidays, Jan. I don't know if I'll get to hear from you again. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you too, Jan. All right. Yeah, Jan has been around 5-6 years. Early. Member came over from, started, met up with Jan, free code camp days 5-6 years ago, and was a moderator shortly after Discord came to be. So yeah, been around a while. All right, let's see if we can fix this up. So this, so I'm missing, this should be out of compliance. And I'm saying it is fine. But I'm removing, but if you can see, all right, so let's go back. Let's comment this out. So old way. So my problem is my gap. See, out of compliance breaks. So 1, 2. Increase, decrease, breaks, out of compliance. Decrease, decrease, out of compliance, breaks. Safe all the way along. So we have a dilemma with ours, and it has to do with this calculation. So do you see how I'm tracking this down? So it is tied to this one. So my answer sorry, faded off. Oh, let me go get the rest of my stuff. I'll be right back. All right, here I am. Let's get everything set back. All right. I think the lighting has moved, so we're good. So safe. So which one would not be safe? Which is it throwing the error? This fourth one? It's throwing me off on my algorithm, but I know this should still be unsafe because it is jumping by 4. All right, let's get in here and see what's going on. Because if it's jumping, if it's out of compliance, if it's greater than 4, it needs to get an unsafe. If it's greater than 4, it needs to get an unsafe. But if it's not greater than 4, it can be in compliance. So it doesn't need an increase or a decrease. It's just going to get checked. All right, I'm at a loss of why this is here. Because I'm keep coming back to this right here. So my flow is incorrect. Because that's an increase. Oh. All right, so let me go to where my brain is. So this needs to be popped out of this list. I wondered if this needed to be a stack problem. And it does. Because, all right, so here, now this isn't the only problem with the design, but this is a problem. So right now, this shouldn't be here. So I need to be looking back to here. Let me go through that again. So if I do increase, then I do decrease. Do I need to get rid of this object, or do I just need to... All right, let's go through this step by step. I think I may have left this stuff. I think I lost track of time. Okay, so I hit one. Or I go 1 to 3. I skip over the 0 index. I go to 3. I go back and I look at 1. I have a decrease. All right. So I move over because I'm really starting at index 1. And I have an increase. Then I have a decrease, but my fix is at 0. So I skip that one, but now I don't know why I don't get 2 more increases. Because I think I'm doing this backwards. I think I'm getting this as unsafe and these 2 as safe, and these are supposed to be the reverse. This is supposed to be safe and these 2 are supposed to be unsafe. That's what I believe is happening. That's why my eyes were drawn to here. Because this is wrong and so are these 2. So this is a very important part of also getting an answer, making sure you're understanding the answer. So I would be spending all this time to try to get this one to work, and I would get 4, but it would be an incorrect 4. Does everyone follow me on this? So what my dilemma is I actually have 3 that are wrong. All 3 of these are wrong. This is supposed to be safe, so that would get this to 6, and then these 2 are supposed to be unsafe, which would then get me down to 4. All right, so let's go through each of these. And then okay. So if it hits here, LF 0. But I should be getting it out of compliance. All right, we're going to print these out. Yep. And then we're also going to print out this should catch everything. Okay, we're good. 2 minus 1 is 1. Yep. This should be an out of compliance right here. This should be an out of compliance right there. Because we have a 4 and we have a 5. So what changed that we were getting this to work oh so perfectly, and now all of a sudden we do not have this working properly? I guess it shouldn't, but it should break, and it should be marked as unsafe. If I'm breaking this many times, and also why isn't this? I wonder if I accidentally, the only thing that I can think of is that I have that my last algorithm was so lucky that it caught all the solutions, but was doing it in a different way. It was just 100% false positives. I mean, that's the only thing I have remaining, because this should be an out of compliance right here and break. Because this should be breaking right here out of this loop. I want to see, does this get hit at all? Oh. Okay. This should not be grabbing. Okay, so what did I do to catch this? So I wanted to know where these were printing it out from. So in my instructions right here, in this There's my flaw. And just like I said, which I don't know why that's... All right, so this is a dilemma. The difference between these two is 5. And how in the world is... I want to see what this is. Alright. This is kind of driving me nuts a little bit. Hang on a second. No, sorry. How long have I been on? We'll go down there. We'll go to hour and a half, and then I need to drop. Did I do a video yesterday? I feel like I did. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. We got some pretty good traffic right now. All right. Any questions so far? Because right now I'm not. This is very perplexing to me because, let's see, do I have any sign changes? Okay. Seven and 6. So I'm here on the first line. We're good. This is where it gets goofy. 2 and 1. It's 1. We're right here. 7 and 2. 7 and 2 is 5. Right. How in the world okay, I want to test something. 7 minus 2. It's 5. Okay. Zero greater than or equal to. We're even going to wrap this. Hang on. That feels weird. That doesn't feel right. Hang on, let me do this first. Okay. Closer. Out of compliance. Okay, so I got 3. So here I should only be getting. So now I need to grab when it's at the end. So this is my dilemma. Okay. The dilemma is when it's at the end. All right. So order of operations is vital. So for some reason, when I copied this and I placed in extra parentheses, I did something really wonky. You've always got to check your order of operations. I think I said when you have something that you know is working or should really be working, it's either going to be syntax or order of operations throwing you off. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right. So right here, this should be, let's see, we've got about another 12 minutes. I think we can pull this off. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out today, and thank you for everyone hitting the like buttons, because I think we're at 8. So that was, I think, everybody who came through. I've had 30 individuals come through, so awesome. Thank you. All right. So this is correct. Unsafe. Now we need to, I think, grab this one. So I think we're marking this one, and this one. So the first one's safe. Second one's unsafe. So this algorithm is awful. So I'm not capturing a increase and a decrease. Because I'm doing the increase, decrease, and then for some reason I'm breaking because I'm not doing So I have 2, 1, but I should have then increase, increase, and I'm not having it. Okay. This one's my dilemma. So we need to walk through all these steps, and I think we can do this in about 8 minutes. Because I know it's working because we have this here. But that then also means on the we're going to get this to work, but on the larger data set, getting it to on a increase, decrease. No, decrease, increase, we probably won't have a solution. So unsafe, unsafe, unsafe. So we have these 3 is unsafe, and that's incorrect. Because this one was always unsafe, and then we've removed this one right here because we have 2 decreases, but we should have increase, increase, increase. But right now we're not. We're paused here, so we need to clean. Yep, now I feel comfortable. I think I was close. So yeah, all right. So what's this path? So I'm at increase. I'm at increase. Okay, here we go. I need to I need to do our test of our fix. We only have one test of our fix. Okay. 6 minutes. I think we can do it. So whatever we do, we need to do the opposite. So right now we are at an increase. So then so this is going to fall under decrease. Then LF invalid syntax where increase and fix, yep, equals 0. This should solve this. Let's check this out. Here we go. Increase, increase, increase. So, all right, what in the world did I just do? So let's go through this. So I saw this in my head. So be very patient with me. I'm going to try to pry this out of how I got this to work. All right. I knew where to put it. So I was getting I had an increase and a decrease. So my answer, so I knew to go here because my result was going to be decrease. So if they're the same, we append it and we move on. Now, if the result is a decrease, but the previous one is an increase and we haven't fixed anything yet, then change fix to +1 and go back up. So now we're going to do this exact same thing down here. We're just going to do the reverse. So now this will work on the entire set because we just did the opposite. All right. Turn this on and run. 641. Your answer's too low. All right. If you're stuck, make sure you're using the full input data. Let's see. All right. And kind of, let's get rid of, let's kind of take a peek. Let's get rid of all these prints. Okay. Would they say it's too low? Okay. So we probably have some outliers. Let's see. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So around 985. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. And see, there's part of the dilemma. I have increase and then it, oh, wait a minute. Is that from the previous one? Oh, never mind. That's from the previous one. Move this over. There we are. Okay. I have some edge cases to check on. But these are the important steps of just going through and understanding how your brain is making these decisions. Return to day 2. All right. How many reports are now safe? Excuse me. All right. I want to update your analyst by handling situations when the problem dampener can remove a single layer from unsafe reports. How many layers are now safe? This is a really good question. Because you're going to get, if you're really interested in data work, this is perfect because you're going to get asked, you're going to get handed some stuff like this and go, here, can you make anything of this? What can you do? What can we do with this? What does this mean? So, all right. Let me go back. Let's see. Kratos, how are you? I'm doing all right. No worries. We're about to wrap up. I'm going to plan on streaming tomorrow. Don't know. I want to try to get this done. I want to continue working on my LinkedIn videos. Looks like everybody kind of dropped. So that's probably a good sign for me to go ahead and wrap up. But hope everyone is doing as well. Kratos, glad you joined. I know we're much later, probably about an hour and a half later than normal. We've been on for about an hour and a half. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone has good holidays. And I will see everyone tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye.